testing testing。好啦，咁話說咧，今次咧就繼續玩呢個遊戲啦。因為咧上次我實在唔知道讀音啦，所以我今日特登去查下呢個名點讀，好似咧係叫呢個 Drizzlepath Genie 嘅。今次咧咁樣咧就係啦。咁因為咧上次咧咁樣，咦點解冇聲嘅？testing。等等啊！咁話說咧，上次咧咁樣就有兩條路啦。咁遊戲一開始嘅時候咧就有紅色同藍色嘅路啦。咁但係我揀咗藍色嘅路行喎，跟住就發覺行咗超級耐啦，跟住行咗3個鐘啦，仲未到目的地啦。跟住咧，同埋咧最尾個結局咧，發覺原來係佢同返我講話，你行錯路啦，你喺3個鐘頭前咧已經揀錯咗條路嚟行啦，咁所以咧你實在行得太遠啦，所以咧你就例如輸咗啊之類，唔係輸咗佢係話咩？首先我係撳錯掣，好似係要重新開嗰隻 game。係啦，咁樣話說咧。咁上次有兩條路，跟住行錯咗啦，跟住同我講話咧，你要快過你一個人行到啦。但係到咗嘅時候，佢就同我講，因為你揀一條長嘅路啊，所以另一個人一早就已經到咗啦咁樣。跟住咧，仲講咗啲類似咩？呢個世界係假嘅，你嘅只不過係一個程式嘅程序嚟嘅啫。咁但係咧，因為你一個人咧係一個流動啦，咁所以咧，因為佢快過你嚟到好多啦，佢已經破壞咗你嘅世界啦。呢個世界已經開始嗰啲叫咩啊？塌陷緊啦，所以你已經輸咗之類啦。不過嗱，嗰啲係只係基於我對呢個英文嘅解釋，如果冇解釋錯嘅話咧，就係咁樣。總之呢個係我理解到佢講嘅嘢啦，咁樣。但係咁樣，我哋今次咧就要行另一條路去上山啦。咁樣咧 ，suppose 如果我上次冇理解錯嘅話咧，呢條路咧就會係短啲嘅咁樣。係啦，咁樣跟住就咧，係啦，然後我哋就要繼續去睇呢啲咁難明嘅英文啦。好啦，我哋開始啦。
Once upon a time. Isn't that how stories are supposed to begin?
咁暫時
That is how my mother always began her
行到去嗰條
stories.
分岔路之前嘅嘢應該都係一樣。
Why can't they end that way? Because the ending is usually when the promise of everlasting happiness is proclaimed. What are stories if not the memories of our people? And if memory is any clue, there is no guarantee of happiness. Is it just a myth that there is any such thing as happily ever after? Memory is a broken mirror, fragments of reflective glass and fractures of light, gleaming in brilliance for a moment before fading forever into vague washes of soft color and deepening shade. Sometimes, the harder we try to focus on them, the more they fade and slip from our grasp. Beautiful shards that, when taken all together, make us who we are. Memories or dreams. Sometimes it is impossible to tell the difference.
仲有咧，呢隻 game 咧個名咧，其實除咗 GNIE 係精靈之外咧，其實嗰個 Drizzlepath 咧，其實嘅意思係一個無毛細雨嘅道路咯。所以呢個就係一個喺無毛細雨嘅道路入面尋找精靈嘅遊戲咁樣。
In that word was a message that I
而我哋嘅主角就
understood.
叫 Lula，
He said that
佢
I
俾
had
一
been
位
chosen,
類似
and at the same
類似
time
精靈，唔係，總之佢俾一個類似人定係唔知
he said,
係靈體
because
嘅
of
嘢
your
啦，喺
gifts
佢夢
of
中
both
出現啦，
endurance
嘢就同
and
佢講話，
vision,
你
you
要
have been
去
chosen
尋
to
找一個
retrieve
叫
the
做
sacred
精靈
relic
嘅嘢
of
去
your people,
解放你嘅
the
人民，
genie.
總之係幫助你嘅人民去揾一個叫精靈嘅嘢啦。然後咧，佢就喺呢個不停咁落雨嘅道路上咧，咁樣就去一路行上山啦。咁如無意外咧，係根據你一開始選擇紅色嘅路或者藍色嘅路咧，就會有唔同嘅結局啦。但係千祈唔好同我講話，我今次揀咗紅色嘅路，原來都係錯嘅咁樣，即係原來都係會壞結局咁樣。
Another wizard, who wants the genie for himself, has cursed you with the inability to run. Even now he makes his way to the top of the mountain to claim it as his own. You must reach the genie before him and learn its purpose, its power. For if he takes possession of it, you will be further cursed with the inability to walk. You and your people will never again be free to choose your own path.
咁上次又因為我行得太遠啦，咁所以咧就快唔過去啦。所以今次咧就揀紅色嗰條近路啦，希望可以快過去咁樣去到達到嗰個精靈嘅位置。
So make haste, child. Do not tarry. Though the path is long, it is the shortest. Though the path is not easy, it is simple. Though you walk alone, fear not. I will be with you. But you will soon have an important choice that only you can make, and that choice will make all the difference. Thus, I woke to a morning of light drizzle, and under the soft light of early dawn, began to walk towards the mountain of fire. Life in the village has fallen out of balance since the genie disappeared. Before then, we had the freedom to choose our own paths in life. But now they are decreed by the shamans when we come of age. There are hunters and fishers, collectors and keepers, weavers and walkers. Only one path has ever been chosen for each person. Until me. The shamans decreed that I am both weaver and walker. Weavers do not just weave fish baskets and blankets, they are also weavers of words, poets and storytellers. They keep the history of our people and weave their words into the warp and woof of every textile. Walkers are the wanderers and wanderers, the dreamers and askers of questions. They are the seekers of whatever light they may find to illuminate the darkest corners of hearts and minds. Of all that have walked away from the village, none have returned.
跟住前面咧就會見到有兩條，一條係紅色閃閃亮亮，另一條係藍色閃閃下噶啦。我上次就係行咗藍色嗰條路，所以今次我要行紅色嗰條路。好啦，咁既然新嘢開始咧，就代表我嘅呢個翻譯英文要繼續開始啦。雖然都唔會係翻譯咗好多，但我會盡量翻譯俾你哋聽嘅。好，我哋今次向紅色嗰條路邁進。我點解要邁進呢個字？緊要？
已登入聊天室，棒讀開始。
應該仲未有嘢發生嘅。
This left path feels right.
哇！呢個左邊嘅道路睇嚟係正確嘅。但係上次行另一邊好似冇行路嘅聲。呢條路呢？啊，呢度。咁幾時先有得跑啊？佢唔係個個位都有得俾人跑咯。但其實一直都好想跑啦，因為咁我上去拖到啲時間好慢咁樣。
Shortest path is the
佢話
longest.
最短嘅道路係最長嘅。
And how the stars came down like tears from the night,
而
as if
晚上嘅
the
星
sky
星點
itself
樣
were
好似
racked
流
by
淚
her
咁樣墮落。
sorrows, seized in the rictus of the dead,
我
their
睇唔明。
coronal pallor, lily cold, white as whales, convalescing 10,000 feet too deep. Is it horror or beauty they feel? Or are they the same things? Or is it simply the
好似
end
好
of
陰暗咁
feeling?
喎，講到。
Perhaps
即
mercifully,
係我唔 exactly 知道佢講咩。
tragically?
你點解跑唔到嘅？啱啱唔係閃過咗白色嘅咩？我冇記錯應該係 shift 係跑喎。係啊，我即係而家未跑得。啊，仲有我話說咧，今日嘅另一個目標咧係要解成就啦。咁樣咧，我而家仲剩翻4個成就，然後咧其中一個咧係喺佢天黑嘅時候就向翻轉頭走啦。咁樣咧，然後咧呢一個成就咧係 係喺 Steam 個社群入面咧最少人解到嘅玩呢隻 game 嗰個。
I had seen death and wondered what it
我曾
was.
經見過死亡，
I have been there to hold the
亦都
dying when the
諗過究竟
shamans
係乜嘢嚟
pressed a
嘅。
finger to their mouths
我
and
去過
whispered
嗰
them
度
away.
去捉住呢個
We
瀕
each
死。
imagine something different for them, whatever soothes the heart. But I fear that death is nothing. How can we know? It seems impossible to imagine the end of imagination, to think of the end of thought. The answer to the mystery of
佢
death
話其實
Maybe
近乎冇可能去
in the
想
answer
像
to the
究
mystery
竟
of
想
life.
像嘅最終係點樣，即係喺人死之前其實好難想像死嘅時候究竟會係乜嘢嘅一個情況。然後時間關係，我琴日已經睇咗呢個點樣可以攞到個成就啦。因為咧，其實平時咧我都唔會喺玩完一隻 game 之前去睇點樣玩嘅，因為我覺得咁樣咧好似會有啲破壞個遊戲嘅體驗啦。咁但係咧，因為上次行嗰條藍色嘅路實在係太長啦，所以咧我係唔會再行多次咁長嘅路咧去完成一個成就咁樣。咁所以咧，因為咧我係超級強迫症，好想去完成晒啲成就去啦。咁所以咧，當佢一話要調轉頭走嘅時候咧，就向後衝，
as if
咁樣
the
就應該就
gods
可以啦。
themselves were waiting for a sign in their long slumber to wake them from dream. The shamans say that the gods fell asleep long ago, before the time of people, when there was nothing but stars in the darkness. In their sleep, they dream the world and us into being. It's a pretty myth, but I wonder if it's true. And if so, what happens when they
佢話
wake?
咩？Diston 喺好耐之前已經瞓着咗，然後就講咗一堆嘢，然後就話個主角喺度諗緊，究竟 Diston 幾時先會醒呢？咁樣。其實我好似覺得佢描述到成件事好恐怖，但係我講到成件事完全一啲都唔恐怖咁樣。
As I walk,
然後一路
I
行，
wonder what I will
我就
find
喺
at
度
the
諗
top of
緊，
the
我
mountain
上
of
到去呢
fire.
個
I have
火
only
之
heard
山
of
上
the
面會揾到
genie
啲乜
stories
嘢。
and have never seen
我
it
有聽過嗰
myself.
個關於精靈嘅故事，
I
但係
feel
從來都冇親眼
awe,
見
and
過
with
佢。
it, more than a little fear. Can
然
there
後
be
我
reverence
有少
without
少嘅
fear,
害怕，究竟
awe without mystery? We seek answers, but resist them when they threaten the notions we feel. Often we prefer to dwell in the dreams of the heart than in the truth of the mind. The genie has power. This much
啊
I
佢
know.
真係呢度呢個精靈係擁有力量嘅咁樣。我諗佢講嘅力量應該係好大嘅力量咁樣。好陰森啊！
I would definitely choose the right path if I had another chance.
佢話佢絕對會行右邊嗰條路，如果佢有第二個選擇啦。好啦，咁我哋而家咧就向後行。其實咧，我原本希望佢咧，如果叫我向後行嘅時候咧，佢有一個跑步嘅掣，即係話個主角好驚啊，然後我哋而家咧就要倒後衝啦咁樣，但係佢係冇俾到呢個跑步嘅掣我啦，而我哋就要慢慢行翻轉頭啦。跟住咧就係呢個就係我覺得呢隻 game 有啲係雖然唔係一定要解嗰個成就咁，不過點都好啦。但係我都覺得呢隻 game 有啲好拖時間咯，即係我覺得一隻行山嘅 game 慢慢睇係啱嘅，但係。即係佢特登喺好多地方都 lock 住咗呢個跑步嘅掣咯，但係明明佢有呢個跑步嘅功能咧，跟住咧就要用好多時間咁樣慢慢去行完隻 game 咁樣，跟住我就有啲唔係幾中意咁樣。哦，應該 save 咗一次先。 啱 save 個位好似唔喺度嘅喎，哎，喂，落去行邊邊先啱喎。又係咁，點解成日都係咁嘅？唔係，我啱應該行邊邊咧？邊邊先啱㗎？應該係呢邊。
As I walk, I wonder what I will find at the top of the mountain of fire. I have only heard of the genie in stories and have never seen it myself. I feel awe, and with it, more than a little fear. Can there be reverence without fear? Awe without mystery? We seek answers but resist them when they threaten the notions we feel. Often we prefer to dwell in the dreams of the heart than in the truth of the mind. The genie has power. This much I know. I would definitely choose the right path if I had another chance.
好，又而家調轉行。好啦，咁前面有錯㗎啦。不過隻 game 好多時候都冇呢個嗰啲叫咩啊？冇呢個 BGM 咯，跟住就搞到有啲其實都冇乜嘢嘅，都唔一定要全程都有 BGM。不過如果硬係要講呢個 game 有咩好處嘅話咧，除咗有得睇風景真係比較特別之外咧，仲有就係咧佢撳住個 Q 掣可以自己行啦，跟住我而家就唔使掂住個鍵盤，跟住佢自己行咁樣。不過如果比起我更加希望佢有得我跑，唔係我有得跑咁樣。翻呢度嘅音樂咯，可能佢啲 BGM 係根據呢一個地域而播出嚟嘅。
Then the universe held its breath, as if the gods themselves were waiting for a sign in their long slumber to wake them from dreams. The shamans say that the gods fell asleep long ago, before the time of people, when there was nothing but stars in the darkness. In their sleep, they dream the world and us into being. It's a pretty myth, but I wonder if it's true. And if so, what happens when they wake?
哎呀，弊啦！好啦，我啱偷睇咗個指南啊，嗰日我係行得太早㗎，你翻返去。不過話說咧，好似話咧， 我睇啲討論區咧，其實就係 Steam 嗰個討論區啦。話完咗呢個 game 之後咧，會有一個飛龍嘅模式啦，可以喺天上面飛嘅。
Then the universe held its breath, as if the gods themselves were waiting for a sign in their long slumber to wake them from dream. The shamans say that the gods fell asleep long ago, before the time of people, when there was nothing but stars in the darkness. In their sleep, they dream the world and us into being. It's a pretty myth, but I wonder if it's true. And if so, what happens when they wake?
我唔知我上次有冇講過啦，其實我係幾中意落雨嘅。
I had seen death and wondered what it was.
就係睇先。
I had been there to hold the
呢
dying
個啱睇過。
when
係
the
啦，咁話時話我都幾中意落
shamans
雨
pressed
嘅，因為就係純
to
粹
their
中意
mouths
睇
and
雨景同埋
whispered
聽
them
雨
away.
聲咯。咁但係
We each
但係
imagined
只限我喺
something
室內
different
嘅
for
時候咯，
them,
因為如果喺室外就
whatever
會俾雨
seized
淋濕
the
落
heart.
去。
But I fear that death is nothing. How can we know? It seems impossible to imagine the end of imagination, to think of the end of thought. The answer to the mystery of death may be in the answer to the mystery of life. The shortest path is the longest. And how the stars came down like tears from the night, as if the sky itself were racked by her sorrows, seized in the rictus of the dead, their coronal pallor, lily cold, white as whales, convalescing 10,000 feet too deep. Is it horror or beauty they feel? Or are they the same things? Or is it simply the end of feeling, perhaps mercifully, perhaps
我搞開咗咯喎，但係呢邊唔係上山嗰條路嚟嘅咩？點解我會行唔到嘅？但係我好似困住咗喺上山前面喎。唔通我中咗筆？應該唔會係咁嘅。好，我哋繼續行下先，話唔定呢條先係上山嘅路，只不過係我記錯。但係明明啱啱呢條路係行嚟嗰條路嚟嘅喎。我好怪異啊！呢隻遊戲。唔緊要，應該係啱嘅。我係繼續行到呢條路睇下會見到啲咩，而每樣好快就會上到山㗎啦。今次絕對唔會好似上次咁樣搞咗3個鐘頭先上到，然後同我講係 bad end 嚟嘅。 然後我當初買呢隻 game 嘅時候嘅原意絕對唔係想玩啲咁陰森嘅 game 嘅咯，我係想諗住玩啲行山 game 翻嚟嘗試下睇係點樣嘅，但點知好似好陰森咁樣。究竟呢條路啱有冇行過呢？話說咧，上次行藍色嗰條路嘅時候咧，就我喺度覺得自己不停咁樣行緊翻啲相同嘅路咯，好似喺相同嘅山谷入面行咗唔知兜咗4-5個圈，然後先上到山。然後咧，我上次又覺得咧，一定係因為嗰個製作人喺度偷懶咯，佢唔想畫多啲場景出嚟咧，然後就咁用同一個場景又喺入面兜咗幾個圈，又或者喺入面兜咗幾個圈喎。
I wonder what I will find at the top of the mountain of fire. I have only heard of the genie in stories and have never seen it myself. I feel awe, and with it, more than a little fear. Can there be reverence without fear? Awe without mystery? We seek answers but resist them when they threaten the notions we feel. Often we prefer to dwell in the dreams of the heart than in the truth of the mind. The genie has power. This much I know.
好啦，到有新嘅個角色有講新嘅嘢嘅時候，我就會再開始翻譯㗎啦。
I would definitely choose the right path if I had no chance.
啱啦！呢條係上山嘅路啊！佢啱話如果可以，我一定會行右邊嗰條路。咁而我哋啱試咗行翻去啦，係行唔到嘅咁樣。我記得我媽媽當我係8歲嘅時候，佢離開咗呢個村莊，同埋離開咗我。我記得嗰一日有發個夢睇幾次，然後佢到一個叫 Shaman， 佢到 Shaman 嘅年紀嘅時候，佢決定咗佢係一個 Walker， 然後。我睇唔切啦。總之就係話佢媽媽喺佢8歲嘅時候離開咗佢，又從來都冇再見過佢媽媽。話說咧，佢呢一隻 game 咧有字幕已經算好啦。佢上一隻 game 咧，即係呢個製作者第一隻 game 嘅時候咧，佢連字幕都冇咧，然後用啲勁重口音嘅英文喺度講，然後嗰時我就完全聽唔明佢講咩。
The day she left was a cold and rainy autumn day, before the tall grasses had been harvested. I saw her in her sky-blue summer dress, long hair, black as the night, wade far out into the field and then stop. She gazed upwards into the sky as the wind made her distant figure look like a broken patch of summer sky, fallen to the ground and battered by the breeze. She clutched herself with her arms, and I felt her sadness. I ran to her as fast as I could.
好似佢跌親，然後主角盡佢所能，唔係用佢最快嘅能力去跑去佢身邊。
When I finally got to her side, I stopped and reached to take her hand. She felt my touch and pulled away, looking down at me with those pale gray eyes. Even washed in rain, I could tell she was crying. Her eyes seemed to look through me. What if it rained only once in a lifetime, and you missed it? She turned her gaze to the distant horizon and whispered, "What is life, if not the longest goodbye?" And she walked away.
佢講緊啲乜嘢啊？一定係因為佢唔知自己講緊啲乜嘢。仲有呢一個可能就係我完全翻譯錯晒。
I close my eyes and see her hurling crumpled papers against candlelit walls, a stranger in her own body. I see her weeping somewhere in the dark corners of our cottage. It pains my father, but she couldn't heal his wounds. She was gone. He woke, the dust still moist with her tears. How she wept and everything in my world was shattered. I hear her and feel like painting. Instead, I run. I run through the rain until it feels like pieces of glass on my skin. I run to the shoreline and fall among the ruins, where the sand meets the water meets the sky.
我唔得，呢段實在太複雜啦。好似佢加咗好多唔知詩詞定係勁深奧嘅形容詞落去嘅話，跟住我就唔知佢講啲咩咯。
Because she speaks sometimes when she sleeps, entire worlds and strange articulations that sound out the heart in more uncommon clarity than my most awkwardly acrobatic didactics. Because she sleeps, sometimes when she dreams, entire worlds with certain gesticulations, her hands seemingly demonstrating a moth stricken by her charmingly unconventional inventions. Because she dreams, sometimes when she speaks, entire worlds unintentionally expressing in one simple sound why anyone, anywhere, ever.
Gesticulations。一定唔係因為我淨係識啲簡單嘅英文，而係因為佢淨係用啲好深奧嘅英文啫，所以我先會唔明嘅，一定係咁。
For 10 long winters, I've pondered her questions. Is life just a long goodbye? A brief, bright spark of imperfection disturbing the twin expanses of otherwise perfect, infinite nothing? Maybe that's why the shamans deemed her a walker and not a weaver. She had no answers, only questions. Questions that can only be answered by walking on the path. A journey to find some mystery to fill the cracked vessel of her heart. A journey to find the genie.
因為 佢媽咪身為一個 walker，佢淨係即係一個步行者啦，佢淨係可以靠步行去揾出佢嘅答案，而唔係去提出問題。咁所以佢就走咗去揾，即係行咗去揾嗰隻精靈。
But what is the
但係究竟
genie?
精靈係乜嘢呢？
How could it make a difference in the freedom to choose our own paths in life?
究竟
What power did it hold?
佢點樣可以喺我哋選擇我哋人生嘅路
I
途
could
上
only hope that these
作出
questions
改
and
變
more
呢？
would be
究竟
answered when I found the genie. I
究
daydreamed
竟佢
about
有
what
啲
it
咩
would
嘅
look
力量，
like.
同埋係邊個製造呢啲
I
精
do
靈
not
嘅
know
呢？
how far I have yet to travel, or if
我
ever I
希
will
望呢
find
啲
it.
精靈喺我見到
I
呢
worry
啲精
that I
靈嘅
have
時候，
chosen the wrong
會
path,
揾到
but
呢啲
there
答
is no
案。
turning back now.
佢有擔心過佢係咪選擇咗一個錯誤嘅道路，但係而家已經冇得翻轉頭啦。
As a young girl, my best friend
我一個
was
細路
Rofesso,
女，我最
cobbler's
好嘅朋
son.
友係
He had no interest whatsoever in shoes or the making of them. We would meet in the blue fields, throw off
我
our
哋喺
shoes
個
and
藍
run.
色嘅田野
We
度。
ran until dusk and
除咗我哋
returned
對鞋
home
喺度
only for supper,
亂跑
with feet filthy, our shoes lost. As we grew,
到到我哋跑
our
翻嘅時
friendship
候，我哋
also
對鞋已
grew
經唔見
into
咗啦。
affection and ultimately
我哋
a
一
deep
路長大，
abiding
我哋嘅
love,
友誼亦都越嚟越
the
茁
kind of
壯。
love that knows you are only half of a whole.
然後佢哋當中有呢個感情，而嗰個感情令佢哋感覺到自己只不過係人生嘅一半，即係可能佢嘅意思係另一個人就係自己嘅另一半咁樣。應該係咁樣。所以個主角應該有一個叫做 Russell 嘅情侶。但係呢個係上次行藍色嗰條路嘅時候冇講過。
Let's jump across the gap.
佢又係跳過呢啲咁嘅罅隙。
As we grew,
我哋一路長
Rofesso
大
would often take to
，Russell
sitting and staring into the faraway
會
distance,
經常咁樣
There
坐
was
去
a
望住
longing
好
in
遠
his
嘅地
eyes,
方。
and I could feel sadness in him. I would take his hand
佢
and
喺
sit
佢
for
眼中
hours
見
in
到
silence.
失落。
On one such occasion, as we
佢
watched
捉
the
住佢嘅
sun
手，
setting,
然後坐
the
好
late
耐，
summer
但
breeze in
係
our
都
hair,
大家都唔
he
講
looked
嘢
at。me and kissed me on the forehead.
有一次佢望住
He
個
said,
太陽坐喺
I
度嘅
have
時
to
候，
go. My heart
said,
collapsed in my
"You gotta
chest.
然後話佢要離開啦。好啦，其實我睇唔住最尾嗰幾句，不過大約就係咁嘅意思啦。話説個黑白視角係我撳個掣教出嚟嘅，唔係啲咩嘢劇情嚟嘅。只不過好似喺呢個遊戲其中一個更新咧，佢就加咗呢個掣，跟住就可以咁樣去望個環境咯。但好似係同個劇情係冇關係。
Unable to stifle the tears, all I could say was,
我可以講嘅只可以係我知道。
As he rose to depart into the great unknown, I asked, "Aren't you afraid of being alone?" Yes, he said, "My fear is great that I may never see you again. The fear of living an empty and meaningless life is far greater. Forgive me, Lula." He turned and began to walk away from me. I said, "I will watch you until I can't see you anymore." And I did.
然後佢就擰轉身行開，然後 Luna 就話：我會望住你，直至到我再見唔到你為止，即係目送佢離開。咁但係究竟佢點解要離開呢？
All your words and soft gestures do not add up to your silence and your absence, which now blankets me. Such funny sounds you made as we lay on carpets of moss. You put a flower in my hair and marveled at your work. I suffered sweetly your platitudes and knew you would be forever unmoved by me. Forever, you whispered, your breath brushing my lips. I was there, undone in fistfuls of flowers.
然後你同我好細聲咁樣講咗句永遠。有水晶喎。
Alone, I trembled. I wonder if my mother came this way, with her blank brown eyes starved wide, rude pale in her meager frame. I remember once she said to me, "In a perfect world, I'd make you princess of something, I suppose, and strictly forbid poems." Sweetly she sighed, but fearful to look upon, thin as cracked lips curling painfully up at the edges. I am only air swelling her gorgon mouth. Trembles her garden, black with forgotten orchids. I think of stairs where you padded softly, of terminal halls where you paced out the heart, and father's own hut, a wooden vault with dust and black willows scraping the walls. In your dull, empty room, an insurgent sun flickering again, fed on dry fumes. Yet something soon takes flight, and she rises sweetly again to nocturnal indigo marches.
其實究竟係得我一個聽唔明定其實大家都睇唔明佢講咩㗎？因 一定係大家都睇唔明嘅。呢個係咩音樂啊
？Trembles the air about you。
其實我唔知咩 tremble 咯，又係就覺得係 tremble，跟住我就乜都認唔到。
With a turn of the neck and a tilt of the chin, she learns of stars that burn, in chaos begetting entire worlds. We learn there is no such thing as beginning and end. Would you, in your wise, wide eyes, deliver to me, and my outstretched hands, a stone? Crochet me into your sleep, weaving dreams and poetry from this darkly fraying patch.
咁呢間屋唔通就係上次有個蘿蔔嘅屋？咦唔係喎，話說上次係行藍色嗰邊條路嘅時候咧，咁樣有間冧咗嘅屋啦，即係其實係得上半截嘅屋啦。然後我望入去有個飛咗嘅蘿蔔咯。
Don't let it take all your life to learn you were alive, she said to me one drizzly dawn.
利用你嘅一生先至去學識你其實係生存緊嘅。
In your world, you must be 1,000 feet tall, stunned by your own grandeur. Angled, mystical, not ungraceful colossus. You dismiss me with coolly delivered denouements. You always knew the proper place to end a poem. I feel you wringing them out, leaving the universe crippled in comparison. If you will, tear the sky and be satisfied. I never said you were beautiful, but my hands may know the texture of closed eyelids, jawline, and perhaps that cheekbone you furrowed with creaks, afraid of only age, of yawning paralytic time, and the absolute center you could forever unfind, and otherwise trusted mirrors. I cannot reach this thing inside. Instead, hope falls through your trembling fingers, confounding even the sky.
我咁快就見到呢個石像啦！上次嗰個石像係行藍色嗰條線嘅時候，好耐先見到喎。
You taught tender, while stuffing softer hearts with bitter. From where I am, sepulchral among howling stones, your autumn leaf hands I would have held, hoping to salvage a wraith-racked spirit. Will you not cry out? Will you not lay claim to these sedimentary spaces? Will you not stand and cry, this, and this is mine? This only I can fill. My tears cannot be heard in such silence. Burn on fragile phoenix. Burn and be done with it. You wept for your own unfulfilled sovereignty, your mourning wild with twilight. I would have held you when the floods came, gently rocking the terrors. I could have delivered you, in your ashes, from the salty wastes you consumed with fury. Bend never again to this wound. Still you bend, clutching your sides, travailing in chaos, then slowly turn and look at me and say nothing.
嗰個係火山定係？應該係火山嚟嘅。但係上次藍色嗰條路嘅終點係個雪山頂。
Still I wander this dark world, bootless on blackthorn, adrift on an empty sea. I wonder if she walked this way. By what dreams lulled? I see her slender fingers, chewed up nails and all, trying to humbly fit themselves around gigantic teacups. There is something in it that makes me sad. I just wish I could tell you. I wish I could have told you. Maybe together we could have understood.
山洞啦，有佢唔俾我行得快咯。好啦，我啱有喺度偷偷睇攻略啦，想睇下點樣可以攞到啲成就。
I saw a time when we gathered together in animal skins, hunched over fires in ancient caves, and murmured a millennial conversation. Under the aegis of leaf wine, I gather my furs about me and stare into the flames. A torch song of fire opals, languid as salamanders, a writhing nest of fire snakes, lazy ribbons of flame. A dream within a dream, lovelier than death, more beautiful than night.
佢見到有一個時刻係我哋喺埋一齊，而身上累住動物嘅毛皮，然後跟住嗰啲我就聽唔到咯。但係嗰個好似係一個夢咯，好似係一個佢發嘅夢嚟嘅。上次嗰啲藍色嘅蘑菇咧就變咗紅色嘅蘑菇啦。其實呢啲蘑菇究竟係咩嚟嘅咧？佢好似係完全冇講到。然後你就當係純粹係提醒咗我哋，呢一個係你選擇咗紅色嗰條路咁樣樣，繼續行緊紅色嘅條路。
It seems there was something we knew then, something important, long forgotten. What mysteries scrawled on cave walls to speak across the great spans of time? What heavy knowledge we ignored for so long that now it is too late? Or perhaps it is nothing. Every generation thinks themselves the cleverest yet. Perhaps they are just childish doodles from a simpleton folk, unable to render accurately even what they saw with their own eyes.
即係佢話我哋，佢可能唔係佢哋定我哋啊？即係佢話啲人係啦，可能。其實有啲嘢係知道嘅，但係一直都無視或者忘記咗一啲好重要嘅嘢。而究竟嗰啲好重要嘅嘢，究竟係咩嚟咧？係咪已經太遲去記翻起咧？就係嗰度閘啦，係嗰度閘啦。
Got to open it somehow.
Got the right time 個成就叫唔係正確嘅時間，即係唔係適當嘅時間啦。意思就係你嚟到呢個欄杆度未適當嘅時間，而我哋咧而家就行去另一邊去解開個欄杆嘅鎖啦。 個掣，跟住 activate 佢。而呢個 E 掣咧係呢個遊戲度唯一一個地方係俾我用呢個 E 掣嘅咯。由個藍色嗰條路係從來都冇機會用到呢個掣，然後咧我嗰時行藍色嗰條路仲以為個 E 掣其實係咪冇用㗎咁樣。係。
There we go.
然後咧，我哋行翻去嗰個紅色嘅大閘度。我遠睇住話熔岩，入就其實係好多紅色嘅發光霧。
I dreamed I was entombed, and Mother pulled back the heavy stone lid of the sarcophagus. She said, "I'll not leave you on some high grid for the vultures to pick at. Child from my womb, a corpse in the tomb, my brittle pristine. I've come to clean the spaces between bare knuckles and gold rings. Fear not the worms, for we are vermivorous, even in long sleep. Fear not in your languid vertebrae. I've come to make scarabs of us." Often when it rains, I think of the fisher. He is a solitary man who lives outside the village, in a tiny hut he made himself, on the shoreline of the sea. He would spend long days casting his line in the waters, his skin brown from the sun. I never saw him wear shoes, and his clothes were nearly the rags of a beggar. His hair and beard were long and unkempt, as if never cut or combed once in his life.
There is no fabric of time that will let you keep listening to my sounds. You cannot just give an opportunity to anyone who follows your secretly. Follow you secretly. 嗰度冇足夠嘅時間，冇唔知點樣嘅時間去俾你去keep 住聽我嘅聲音。你唔可以隨意咁樣俾任何嘅機會，任何人去跟隨，去 follow your secret，去偷偷地跟隨你。 先條路。我好怕有中北啊！之前已經試過卡住啲石就出唔翻嚟。咁所以條路喺邊呢？邊？嗰個石頭上面先有寫字。即係嗰個石頭上面先有寫字。點解聽到我自己把聲㗎？我有冇行錯路呢？好似唔係行呢邊，呢邊好似係呢邊啲風景嚟。好啦，我係行錯路㗎。應該行返去左邊。應該係呢條路。
The fisher never took a wife, and he had no children. No one knows from where he came. The villagers thought him eccentric, perhaps mad. He never ate the fish he caught, but traded them with the villagers for the simple goods of survival. I once saw him pick a grasshopper from a swaying reed, hold it gently in his hand, as if marveling at its construction. Then he dabbed it with a bit of wild honey he had gathered, and ate it whole.
佢捉咗隻草蜢翻嚟，然後點咗啲蜜糖，然後食晒佢。啊！好核突，好核突，好核突！即係佢話佢個漁夫冇食過佢捉翻嚟嘅魚，但係佢捉咗隻草蜢，然後又食咗佢。
Once the fisher brought a line of beautiful fish to my father to trade for a basket. The fish were worth more than one simple basket, so my father offered him a net that he could use to catch more fish. He refused, saying, "Each fish is unique. They must be caught individually or not at all." So my father offered him a variety of baskets to keep the fish separate. Again he refused, saying, "Once I have gathered them, I must carry them all together or not at all." I grew curious about the fisher, so one day I decided to go watch him fishing and perhaps speak with him. I sat on a rock not so far behind him. He didn't turn or look at me, but gazed far into the clear blue sky of the summer day, and said, "Looks like rain today. Where are your shoes, child?" It did not look like rain. I answered his question with one of my own. "Where are your shoes?" He replied, "I never had a need of them."
跟住個漁夫就話：我從來都唔需要一對鞋咁樣。
And the path goes on and
呢條
on
道路一直咁樣延伸。
When one walks deliberately, with purpose and care, they have no need of shoes. But you run all the day long without shoes, not because you don't need them, but because you like to feel the ground beneath your feet, even if it hurts you sometimes. I thought how this was true, a truth I had not even thought of myself. The villagers think you are a half-mad hermit, I offered. He laughed and cast his line again.
佢話你需要有時你唔要隻鞋，唔係因為你唔需要佢，而係因為你需要去感覺個地下嘅觸感。
I suppose they may be right.
我諗佢
If
哋
my
或者啱
concern
嘅。
for the world about
如
me
果我
being greater than my
在意
concern for
一個
myself
世
is
界
madness, then
比
yes,
比
I
起
am
更加在
mad,
意我自
he
己
continued. We should never
係
want for more than we
好
need,
奇怪嘅事
for that
有
is the
瘋狂嘅
beginning
事
of the end. The collecting of things beyond our need is, to me, the truer madness. In the endless collecting of things, we become heavy and burdened with possessions. After a time, it is the possessions that possess us.
佢話我哋從來都唔應該想要比我哋需要更加，即係佢覺得佢主要覺得或者我哋真係唔應該去嗰啲叫咩？攞比自己需要更加多嘅物質又或者乜嘢啦，因為嚟到呢個世界嘅時候，喺一開始嘅時候其實係乜都冇，可能係咁。好啦，其實我睇唔晒成句嘢。
Consider the fishes, he said. They have no possessions and so can flit about on the waters, light and unburdened, free to swim anywhere. If they had possessions to carry, they would sink and die. This seemed obvious enough to me. Fish can't carry things anyway. Consider also the story of a king I once knew. I quietly laughed, as if the mad fisher cavorted with kings. I thought this very unlikely.
佢話睇下個漁夫話睇下啲魚，啲魚係冇攞到任何嘅嘢喺身嘅，而如果佢哋攞到任何嘅嘢喺身咧，佢哋係會沉落水，然後就會死。即係個漁夫話其實啲魚冇攞到任何其他嘅嘢啦，即係好似佢唔會好似人咁樣去攞一對鞋，我唔知喎，唔知個表主要佢就話啲魚冇喺身上攜帶其他嘅嘢啦，因為當佢哋一攞嗰啲嘢，我諗係佢將佢比喻為其他物質上嘅嘢啦，咁樣佢哋就會因為太重啦，點都可以沉落水就會死。
This king was master of all he surveyed, he went on. He gathered to himself all the riches and fine things of the world. His every desire was met, but still he wanted more. Possessed with accumulation, he neglected his kingdom, even his wife and only son. The more he gained, the more he wanted. He piled up all his treasure in a great storeroom and locked it away. But one day his young son found the key and entered the chamber.
佢話佢攞得越多，佢就越再想要啦，然後佢就見咗一個寶庫去鎖住佢嗰啲貴重嘅嘢啦。有一日佢最細嘅兒子走去揾到嗰個寶庫嘅鎖匙。
The king heard a loud crash and ran to the treasure room. There he saw a great avalanche of gold falling on his son and crushing him. Try as he could not pull the boy from the heavy flood. He dug and dug in the gold, but his son was lost. Too late did he feel the love he had for his only son. In the collecting of things, he ignored the only thing that really did matter.
佢話：去到呢一個時候，先至意識到有啲咩對佢嚟講先係真正重要嘅。即係當啲黃金跌咗落去個仔度，佢救唔到個仔，佢先意識到其實可能家人或者點都好啦，係先至係對佢重要嘅啦。
The king was consumed with grief and vowed to never possess another thing that he didn't need. He gave away all his treasure to the poor people of the kingdom and set out alone to live a life free of possessions. Was this mad fisher once a king? I found it very doubtful. You see, Lula, he said, we often learn too late what is really important in life. There is an old saying that the owl of wisdom only spreads its wings at twilight.
呢個漁夫同 Lula 講話，佢講咗呢個皇帝嘅故事啦，然後就話其實唔係，我哋永遠都唔會太遲去意識到有啲乜嘢喺我哋生命中先至係真正重要。
What does it mean? I asked. He replied, It means that we only learn the valuable lessons when it is too late. We only decide to change when we are forced into it, with our backs against a wall. We can change at any time if we choose to, but we usually don't until it becomes necessary. In any event, there is always hope. And with that, I heard the sudden rumble of thunder as dark clouds suddenly gathered in the sky, and it began to rain.
漁夫話：我哋從來都可以去改變嘅，但係我哋通常都係等到不得不改變嘅時候，先至去作出呢個改變。
The fisher turned his face up to the sky and smiled into the rain. At last, he turned to me with his wild but knowing eye and said, Seek the middle way, Lula. Between all and nothing, find the middle way. But know that you will not find it out in the world. It is in a secret place that only you can find. And the greatest secret of all is that there is no secret. You will find the genie, and when you do, you will understand even the dreaming gods.
然後當你揾到個精靈嘅時候，你就會揾到一個夢中之神。
I have to jump across. Then I knew he was truly mad. It made no sense. A secret? That there is no secret. But he spoke to me of the genie long before my dream, where the wizard told me to find it. Was it a dream? I can't remember. For all I know, it was real, and I am dreaming now. Are we all asleep and dreaming the world? Are the gods real? It is all beginning to confuse me very much. I can only hope that he was right about the genie.
因為主角一開始係喺夢中俾一樣嘢叫佢去揾個精靈啊嘛，但佢就覺得個漁夫真係瘋狂㗎，究竟有乜理由去揾一個唔係秘密嘅秘密呢？但係個漁夫佢竟然喺主角嘅發夢之前嘅好耐之前就已經同佢講，叫佢揾一個精靈啦。
I should much like to reach the mountain before winter falls. I wonder if my mother came this way. Did she brave the storms and lean into the wind, pressing on? Turning back never seems an option, I know. Having come this far myself. Sometimes in the wind, I think I can hear you singing to me. You sing the rains. You sing the snows to me. It makes me brave against the elements. How my mind has frozen on you, on a soul beautiful as first frost. I am snowblind, mad without footprints. Your coronal pallor, contoured and torpid as an angel's trumpet. I close my eyes and imagine you alone in a forest chapel, watching the snows fall on midwinter's eve. You see me through the window, standing alone in the dark pines, storm-torn and buffeted by the winds. You see me and slowly draw the curtains. I lean into the cold and think of the pale promise locked in winter. Though it is the dying of summer, the quietly encroaching cold hiding in leaves, it holds the expectancy of spring. A diminuendo of green sadly passes, but will keep warm the winter long and clutch the memory of warmth in our hearts. Though spring promises nothing of herself in returns, and summer swears no shrift of conscience in its leave-taking, we sing. We may come to regret that we rued the florid heat of summer, even as it slips always away again. We may yet sing of birth and rebirth, as the new grass lights the air and meadow birds sing with us. Winter groans in sheets of ice and burdens of snow, but in that voice we hear the promise of spring. With mittened hands cupped against the cold, we sing of life and light again the candles of hope. Not much left, I guess.
就快到終點咯。我以後過完埋終點關之後咧，就可以有個新模式可以企喺隻飛龍上面。點解係咁？前面嗰啲咩嚟㗎？
There are those who simply never choose a path.
有啲人從來都冇
They
選擇
know
過一
that
條道
neither
路，
extreme is
佢係知道
balanced, but they cannot
佢
find the
得
middle
太極端
path,
係唔好嘅。
and so they become frozen in a
但
stasis
係佢
of
哋揾唔到中間嘅一
indecision.
條路，然後佢哋就凍結
Distracted by
咗。
anything and following the whims of the day, they seek to fill the emptiness with any passing fancy. They too seek the genie, but they do not know why, and so become lost.
佢哋都有尋找個
Even
精
with
靈，但係佢哋唔
unmoving
知道點
eyes,
樣
they
去
see
尋找，
me.
然後佢哋就迷失
They would
咗。
eat me alive if they could.
有啲人從來都冇選擇過一條道路，即係冇一開始個主角選擇咗行左定行右，但係有啲人從來都唔會選擇一條路，由佢哋嘗試去尋找一條中庸之道，但係佢哋亦都揾唔到，然後就迷失咗。佢哋都有嘗試去揾嗰個精靈，但係佢哋並唔知道自己
I
點樣揾
often
個
think
精
of my
靈。
very first memory as a child.
呢個
It was
淨
the
係得
spring
諗
thaw,
幾個小時候嘅
when the
記憶。
blankets of snow
呢個係
began to
春天
melt,
嚟嘅，然
the
後
sun shined its warmth,
地
and
上
the
嘅雪開
birds
始融
began to
化。
sing again. In my mother's frozen garden was a stone that had cracked, buckled by the cold. And there in the crack was a single tiny white flower, a bloom of only 4 petals. It bravely opened to face the world and greet the sun, as if in defiance of death itself.
我細個喺佢阿媽嘅一個花園入面見到有一朵花啱啱開放去迎接呢個世界。
I knelt by the little snowflower and wondered at it. Here was life in the midst of frozen nothingness. It seemed precarious,
個寒冬入
tender,
面見到一個
so unlikely
有朵花
in
嘅
its
小生命。
setting. But there must be some hidden strength in it to have emerged here, overcoming the elements and the odds. It seems a fortunate incident of nature, like life itself, perhaps not magical, but wonderful that it has occurred.
有啲複雜。
Even at that age, the flower made me ponder the teachings of the shamans. They told of how the world is dreamed up by the sleeping gods, and that when we die, we will join them in their dream of paradise and live forever. But I have seen birth and death, and know that they are different. I witness the workings of the world and think it natural, not the magical dreaming of imaginary gods. I cannot tell my thoughts to anyone. They would think me blasphemous, or even mad, to question the shamans. They would think I had lost sight of the truth, of the mysterious, magical workings of life itself. They would think me irreverent, at the very least. But it is not so. Considering the triumph of the tiny flower in the midst of a frozen garden, I have a profound reverence for the unlikely presence of life.
If I冇理解錯，好似係話有個叫 shaman 嘅人喺度同佢講話呢個世界有神啊，然後當大家死咗之後咧就會入咗呢個神整嘅天堂啊，咁樣好美好咁樣。然後呢個就覺得我有見過生與死，就覺得嗰班人咧只不過喺度自己去幻想一啲神出嚟，即係只不過覺得啲神其實唔係真嘅咁樣。就係咁。
To say that life is simply magic is, to me, of less value than if it developed as an inevitability in the infinite spans of time, and gained a foothold enough to thrive against all the odds. Life is a champion of chance. There is more awe and wonder in this truth than to simply dismiss it as the providence of some great and mystical unknowable. It is made all the more special by its unlikelihood.
太複雜啦。
I'll just step on the air.
Eh?
There we go.
浮起咗。 咁都得。
Tucked between twin expanses of endless nothing, here, for a brief and shining moment, is something, rare and beautiful life. It sings in me, and I know that I am. Joy fills my heart, and I know that I will never squander a moment of life, however long or brief it may be. We live, we laugh, we learn and grow old. We love and we die. Between birth and death, we have this one chance to just let it be beautiful.
佢話喺生同死呢兩個虛無中間，又有一個好輝煌嘅時刻，係一啲好珍貴同埋好靚嘅生，係好珍貴同好靚嘅生命。我睇唔切，所以唯有咁樣去翻譯。然後唔再去問關於呢個生命嘅嘢，無論個生命有幾長，我哋一齊去生活，一齊去大笑，一齊去學習，一齊去嗰啲叫咩啊？成長變老啦。我哋相愛而我哋死亡。喺呢個出生同埋死亡之間，我哋有呢一次嘅機會去令呢個生命變得美麗。咦，條路去咗邊啊？哦，呢度好啦。
Though the sky itself cracks open and falls to the ground, the world trembling with change, I have no fear. I feel that soon my path will end, and I know not what I will find. But I have had this time, this one chance to truly be alive. I have lived and loved. Along with heartache and loss, I have known.
唔得，太快，等先。佢話知道，佢話就算有天地都唔會害怕，而我感受到我嘅道路好快會完啦。然後 I know not what I will find。然後我知道唔係我揾到啲咩，而係我曾經擁有過呢段時間。然後曾經擁有過呢個一次咁樣嘅機會，去真正咁樣去生存，曾經去生活過並被愛過。喺呢個生存嘅之中，我領略到呢個美麗同埋開心。就算我即將迎臨呢個終結，我亦都感受到究竟我有幾咁幸運，去可以嘗試咁樣嘅一次咁閃耀嘅時刻，我生存過然後咁就已經比足夠更加好，即係。
Beauty and joy. Even if the end is upon me, I consider how fortunate I've been to have this one brief, shining moment. I have lived, and that is more than enough.
more than enough 即係比足夠更加多咯，得到嘅。
I found no answers along the path, only more questions. What is the genie? What does it do? Who made it? And where is it from? I shall soon find out. Perhaps it will answer all my questions. I have considered that it may pose more questions than answers, and feel that somehow I already know the answers. And now I see.
Ah, 成就啊！哦，呢個就係佢阿爸阿媽，好似同個畫面嗰度差唔多。佢個成就個名係，唔係佢話唔好拍咁快而俾多啲耐心啦，然後就揾到 Overwatchers， 即係呢兩個係 Overwatcher 咯，即係我諗佢嘅意思係佢阿爸媽一直都守望住佢嘅意思喎。好，我哋去結局啦。哦，有字啊！And so our journey and yeah, it is about time to wake your second chance you have just been given to know how you entitled to a higher walking experience in real life。佢話咁我哋嘅旅程就喺呢度完結啦，而家已經差唔多時間係叫醒你嘅朋友，然後去慶祝我哋有第二次嘅機會。你啱啱有一個機會去睇清楚你周圍，然後揾到你喺現實世界度有一個更加好嘅體驗嘅道路。大結局。
That must be the genie. Solid, inanimate, but somehow organic. And there, next to it, stands the wizard that spoke to me in my dreams. As I draw nearer, I can hear his voice again, that strange sound with unmoving lips that I can understand as words. Lula, he said, you have made it to the mountain of fire, and now stand before the genie. You have chosen to face your fears along the shortest path. In facing the darkness of your mind, you have conquered yourself. You have learned that the answers to your questions are within you. You have learned hope. The path you have chosen is the shortest path, and so you are victorious. Your arrival precedes that of the other wizard who sought to curse you. Still he wanders the other path, having chosen what he thought was the easiest way. Now you may lay your hand on the genie, and the program will continue. Program? I asked. I don't
咩
understand.
程式啊？我唔
What
明
is the
喎，究竟
genie?
乜嘢係精靈啊？
The genie, he
佢就話
began,
啦，個精
is a
靈
computational construct, what we call a
其實個精靈係
processor.
一個處理
As
器。
an operating administrator, I have introduced a packet of
佢
data
話
into
佢
the
放咗一
genie.
啲
It arranges the data into
程式
information that
唔係
runs a
啲資訊入去，
program.
然
This
後呢個
program
genie
is
就
called Lula. Your
去運
first
行一個叫
moment of
Lula 嘅程
being
式。
was just before you chose the path. You see, Lula, he continued, this world and everything in it,
呢個世界同埋
all
呢個
your
世界所有
memories and
嘢，
dreams,
你所有
your
嘅記
mother,
憶、
your
夢想、
father,
你
and
媽媽、你爸爸
Professor
同埋
have been created by
Professor
you.
係都係你
You
創
have
造出嚟
arranged the
嘅。
data into a stream of consciousness that will not become real until you lay your hand
然後
on the
呢
genie
所有嘢都唔會
and
成真，
verify the
直至到你
information.
將你嘅手放喺
You
精
will
靈上面。
return to your village where your mother and father happily
只要你
await
放喺手
you.
上去就可
The
以翻
program
返
will
去
be
你嘅村
set
莊，
and will continue to
然
run
後你阿爸阿媽亦
indefinitely.
都會好開心咁樣迎接緊你
Your
返去。
people will be free to choose their own paths in life.
得到自
You
由
will
去
forget
選擇
that
佢
you
生命中嘅
began
道
as a
路。
program.
你
You
會
will
忘
be
記
free to
你
run
其實係一個程
anywhere
式，
you like,
你會
to
好
live
自
the
由
life
咁
you
樣
choose
去跑
and
去任
grow
何嘅地方，
old.
然後
Free
選
to
擇你嘅
laugh
生
and
命，又
learn
慢
and
慢
perhaps
去
most
變
importantly,
老。
you will be free to love.
你可以自由地選擇去愛。
What about the other
但
wizard,
係
I
咁另一
wondered?
個靈魂點算啊？
Once you verify, he replied.
如果你確
The
認
bug
咗，
in the system that you think of as the other wizard will be
然
deleted.
後另一個
Thank
靈
you
魂
for this learning
係
experience.
一個喺程序入面嘅漏洞，佢將會
How
被消
could I
滅。
choose otherwise? I slowly reached out my hand and laid it on
因為
the
佢根本就
genie.
冇呢個選
It
擇，
felt
就放咗
warm,
隻手喺呢個精靈上
humming
面。
with life.
佢感覺溫
I see
暖。
the world I have created as
佢
it
見到佢
becomes
創造出嚟嘅
real.
世界
I
係
feel
變成真
myself
實。
forgetting that it started as a
佢忘
program.
記其實佢已經開
What
始忘
does
記
it
呢個其實係一個
matter?
程序。
I will
咁
be
有
with
咩
my
問
mother
題
and
咧？
father
咁
again.
我可以同
We will
我
be
阿爸
free
阿
and
媽喺埋一
happy.
齊，
And now
亦都
I
自
have
由
a
亦都
story
開
to
心。
tell.
而家我有一個故
Was
事
it
可
a
以去敘
dream
述
or a
啦。
memory? I
究竟
do
呢一個係
not
一個
know,
夢
but
定
let
係
it
一個記憶？
begin.
我唔知道，
Once
但係
upon
咁
a
樣就由
time,
呢個好耐好耐之前嚟開始敘述呢個故事啦。哇！實在太好啦！我竟然可以敘述晒成個結局啦，因為我講淨係個結局咯，有結局之前嗰啲嘢就唔知佢講咩。所以其實遊戲入面 Lula 佢選擇去呢個紅色亦都係短啲嗰條路，同佢面對嘅恐懼，或者選擇藍色嗰條路比較長。個分別就係選擇咗藍色嗰條路嘅靈魂會行得遠啲，而選擇紅色嗰條路嘅靈魂就會更加快咁到達目的地。咁但係 Genie 淨係得一個，然後邊個可以啟動嗰個 Genie 就可以令到佢嘅夢想成真啊！咁而佢會忘記呢個其實係一個程式嚟嘅，而佢會好快樂咁生活咗喺佢描述嘅喺佢創造嘅故事入面啦。但係呢一個靈魂咧就因為太遲而佢嘅世界就會開始崩塌，然後佢就會消失。然後咧，因為我已經完成咗兩個唔同嘅路線啦，然後而家就有個新步啦。
Ta-da! There we go.
Now 係呢個重金屬音樂嘅背景 ，heavy metal。 哇，咁樣實在快過喺地上面行好多喎。如果一開始就可以咁就好。個口係咪一直噴緊火？所以我一直就喺下面啲路度行，唔覺得行咗咁耐啦。不過我係冇得控制條龍嘅咯，係條龍自己飛嘅咯，我淨係可以控制個視覺望邊邊。咦？點解有個人喺前面嘅？不過我覺得呢啲應該用 VR 玩咯，好似。 個應該係主角嘅阿爸，再之前嗰個應該係主角嘅阿爸。你而家就行翻去一啲喺個故事中主角有敘述到嘅記憶嗰個位置。我覺得呢個比較似係嗰啲睇完電影之後個字幕彈上嚟嗰啲畫面。好啦，咁今日嘅實況就嚟到呢度啦，咁亦都行咗2條唔同嘅路啦。咁樣咧，由咧下次嘅實況咧，預定係下個星期1啦，亦都可能會係下個星期6或者日嘅，但係基本上應該係下個星期1啦。咁然後下次會實況嘅遊戲咧，自己決定咗咧就會寫喺個 channel 下面嗰個 panel 度啦。咁有興趣嘅可以睇下啦。咁如果你中意我嘅實況嘅話咧，可以 follow 我嘅實況啦。咁就下個星期見啦。然後就係啊，多謝你嘅收睇。然後咧，亦都同以往一樣啦，會播一段音樂啦。然後咧，播完呢段音樂之後咧，咁今日嘅實況就到呢度啦。然後你喺我播音樂嘅時候都可以講下你對我實況嘅感想啦。係啦，咁樣俾我知道你哋覺得我嘅實況係點啦，或者有啲咩意見啦咁樣。又或者你可以同我講你想我實況啲咩遊戲都得嘅。如果可以，我都會睇下可唔可以實況到俾大家睇。不過如果講呢個遊戲嘅話，我都係覺得有啲沉悶咯，因為尤其是係上次嘅實況嗰個藍色嗰條路啦，我覺得佢嘅設計實在太過重複啦。即使佢想拖長個遊戲，令到你有嗰個主角嗰個自己行咗好耐嘅感受咧，我都覺得實在係有啲太長咯。同埋我會感覺到好似不停咁樣行過一啲重複嘅道路咯。我唔知呢個係真係嗰個製作者嘅原意啊，定係佢因為想節省時間去整隻 game，然後就不停咁樣要玩家去行個相同嘅地圖啦。但係我覺得咁樣會令到個遊戲體驗有啲沉悶咯。然後即使今次紅色呢條路係短咗嘅，但係都好似有啲太長咯。然後藍色嗰條路行咗3個鐘，我覺得實在有啲離譜咁樣。係咯，所以我覺得當初買隻行山 game 嘅時候，諗住可以有一個叫做嗰啲叫咩啊，寧靜嘅體驗，或者睇下佢叫咩行山 game 啦。咁但係我覺得我唔知係因為佢啲英文太深奧，所以唔係完全都明白啦。但係即使我大概領略到個故事，我都會覺得佢個遊戲入面可以俾你去遊玩嘅元素唔係太多咯，就係咁樣啦。咁所以咧，下次我可能會實況一啲比較動作少少嘅遊戲。咁今日嘅實況就到呢度啦。多謝收睇。